everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Ariani, and in this channel we discuss topics such as beauty, self-empowerment, and things that interest me. So welcome. I am so happy that you're here. So today we will be talking about a very important topic, which is the one of, well, it's in regards to a certain topic and things that I found in my journey that have helped me, and that is like things to do when you encounter people that do not like you. So I first want to start this video by getting clear on what the word like means, right? Because I want us to come together and come to a consensus on what is it that we're talking about. So according to the Oxford Languages Dictionary, like is having the same characteristics or qualities as or similar to. So with this being said, we know that we can share so many qualities and characteristics with other humans, and at the same time we are unique and we are different from each other. So in that realm, it doesn't have to be some sort of animosity. And for me, I realized that I like to kind of live a drama free, in the sense that I understand that this is part of living with other human beings and just being human in general. There are certain things that we're gonna share, that we're alike with other people, and that we like about other people, and that there's certain characteristics or qualities that we're not. So I wanna actually share something that is that I have experienced recently, so you guys and girls can know a little bit about me and how I've been handling it. So there's a family member that is in a relationship with this person, and when I initially met this person, when we used to get in family gatherings, did not acknowledge me, did not even kind of like look my way, and I like kind of realized, at first I thought that the person was uncomfortable with just who I was. But then when I started to like look at the situation and like address it from, my own little area, I kind of realized that it was mostly that that this person did not like me. And also, I'm not going to take away from the fact that it might be also uncomfortable. She might be uncomfortable with my presence, but that's something for her to figure out. So, and I kind of see this person often in a lot of family gatherings. I see this person, and honestly, how I handle the situation is just by acknowledging that she's there. I notice that she's there, but I just stay in my own kind of like bubble. I interact with the people that want to interact with me. I have conversations with people that want to have conversations with me. So I don't necessarily ignore her, but I'm just like, okay, she's there, but I'm just not, there's nothing else for me to do. And I say this because this is a huge difference from who I was years ago. Years ago, I was a being that used to get extremely uncomfortable with people that did not like me, and automatically felt that there was something wrong with me and something that I had to change and something that I had to do. And I'll give you guys an example. There was one time that I was in my best friend's house, and there was somebody there, and I started talking or something, and this person out of the blue said something along the lines like, Why are you talking like that? That's not how you talk, or something like that. She was implying that I was speaking proper English. And now looking back at it, and when I see my videos, and some of you might even notice that I still have an accent. I still have an accent because English was not my first language. However, most of the English that I learned was in school. And I remember when she said that, it was honestly shocking to me because it came from a point of like questioning, if I was being real. And I automatically went into explaining mode and said, well, I speak like this because I learned English in school, and so yeah, like back then, I will default into those things, like try to explain myself, or again thinking that there was something wrong with me or something that I had to change about myself. And that's not necessarily where I am today. I can confidently say that I am comfortable being in spaces where people do not like me. If the person that does not like me is throwing energy at me, or jabs, or just being hateful, because that's a little bit different. If it's being hateful or it's being hurtful, then that's a little bit different. Now again, if there's just like a thing of like preference, I'm okay being in the same space and room with people that do not like me, but yet have some sort of respect for me and my being. So yeah, I wanted to share that to let you know where I've been and where I'm at. And with that being said, I wanted to bring up the fact that there is a difference between someone being indifferent towards you and someone not liking you. As I mentioned earlier, somebody not liking you could be in the realm of them, if you and them not sharing the same characteristics or qualities, or that you guys aren't similar. And being indifferent, it's like, I don't really care for that person, Okay, so with that being said, I didn't write it down, but it's coming to me right now. About like, what can you do when you realize that somebody doesn't like you? Again, I want you to realize that a lot of times it doesn't even have anything to do with you, or that you have to change who you are. If somebody doesn't like you, and let's say you realize that there's something about you that it's not authentic, and you want to become more authentic to who you are, then that's completely different. But most of the times I realize that it's just something of two people having different qualities and different ways of being. And what got me here is starting to really like myself. When I started to do the internal work of really starting to work on myself, loving on myself, truly liking my personality, my being, I have so much more compassion for myself, and so much more acceptance that if another person doesn't like me, it doesn't affect me. So working on that, on just truly getting to know yourself, liking yourself and loving on yourself, will mitigate a lot of that tension that happens when you encounter somebody that doesn't like you. And another thing is that you don't have to make them like you. Like I mentioned earlier, I know I said a lot of things just to say that, but I just wanted to, I noted it down because I know that this was so important to say. And one of my teachers have given the analogy of like vanilla and chocolate, when it comes to like some people liking you and some people not liking you, or you liking some people or you're not liking some people. Like sometimes like some people are gonna like vanilla and some people are gonna like chocolate, and that's okay. We don't like necessarily everything that is presented to us. And again, I wrote it down, but I think it's because it's so important. I think it's so important, again, to not try to change yourself. And as I mentioned earlier, if it's something, if a person, if you realize that a person doesn't like you because you're being inauthentic, because that can happen as well. Like sometimes I know I have like, it irritates me a little bit when I see that somebody is trying to make me like them, but they're not being authentic. It like irks me, and that makes me not like them. So, uh, again, I'm working to have more compassion for that, but understand that a lot of times, again, even if I don't like a person because they're being inauthentic, that's my work to do. Like that belongs to me. That doesn't even belong to the other person. And if they want to be inauthentic, that's on them. Like my work again. So my work again is like, why am I so like irritated that they're being inauthentic, and I don't like that. And yeah, like as I mentioned this to say that, as you can see, that doesn't even belong to them. So a lot of times you don't even have to change who you are in yourself. I think another thing that has helped me with this journey is also understanding that I also don't like everybody. Look, and that doesn't say that I hate other people. It's just like, for example, I prefer a more chilly, cool weather. I love the summer in moderation, and thank God that the summer, that the heat days in the summer are not long. But yeah, it's that way. I think when we become truthful with ourselves, and realize that we ourselves don't even like everybody, then we can become more comfortable with other people, with being okay not being liked, and being okay that people are indifferent towards us. Now we're gonna move a little bit further. We're gonna move this topic a little bit further and talk about, well, what do I do if they're purposely like throwing jabs and sending energy at me? Uh, an example I gave earlier was when the person actually said something and was trying to like question, my authenticity and that. Now, if they're purposely throwing jabs, whether it is emotionally, psychologically, energetically, usually, I know there's people that do try to harm you physically, but in that case, like if you realize that they don't like you and they physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally try to cause you harm, then it is important for you to create energetic shielding. If it's emotionally, is automatically create emotional boundaries with the person. Like if the person is trying to shame you, understand that that shame does not belong to you. If a person is trying to guilt you, if a person is trying to bring your self-esteem down, it is important that you create automatically, or try to work on that energetic shield. Now, if that person already got to you, you can definitely do a meditation to cleanse your energy, to cleanse your aura. I will link down a really great meditation that I found from Steve Nobel that really helps clear the mind and the emotional body, so that you can feel refreshed after that interaction. I usually do them by the end of the night. And also, because I'm highly empathetic, I always do energetic cleansing at the end of the night. So I will also link a really great meditation that I found on YouTube for if you're highly empathetic and kind of like the damage has already been done, and you already feel it, like and you already feel very disturbed in your mental, your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual state. Okay, moving forward, I already mentioned this, but again, um, like the Ariani before, I used to want to make people like me. So when I used to notice that somebody didn't like me, and now that I'm looking back at it, I realized that it was to create safety, because I grew up in an environment which was prone to violence. So if a person didn't like you, they could potentially inflict violence towards you. So I would use this as a strategy to keep myself safe, and think about it emotionally and mentally, try to come up solutions to make them like me. But again, if you're in a space where you feel like, you know what, I'm not necessarily in danger and I don't think I want to be in a relationship with this person, then again, create those emotional and mental boundaries so that you don't deplete yourself. Because to be honest, not everything, you got to get skillful with the ways that you are spending your energy. And somebody not liking you, and then everybody that doesn't liking you, like every time that you encounter somebody that doesn't liking you, then you spend an energy on that, you're gonna completely feel depleted all the time. So it is important for you to create that practice for yourself. And I've noticed now that it's kind of become like ingrained in my body and in my cells, where again, I'm okay in rooms that I have to be, if I don't have to be there, but in rooms that I have to be there, I'm okay being there with people that do not like me. Now, if you come, another thing that you can do is, if you come from any faith-based religion, I know, remember to use your prayer. Prayer is one channel that connects you with God. You can always, pray God to give you the wisdom, the guidance, and a healing for this interaction. And the last thing that I want to say, because this is truly important, as a woman, as a female, I often notice, again, these things of like dealing with people that do not like you on an energetic level. It really presents itself where you can really feel that people don't like you. It really can present itself in the way that they're communicating emotionally, in a way that they're communicating with their words or their thoughts. And I've already mentioned things that you can do to shield yourself, to protect yourself, and to be the belief, the mindset that I have that allows me in the space to be in those rooms. However, if you feel that you are in the presence of somebody that does not like you, and you feel that you're truly in a dangerous position, or somebody can potentially can cause you harm, then of course, not of course, but it is important to know that if you have the space and the capacity to leave that situation, then leave. It is not okay, because I will do the same. If I feel that I'm in spaces or situations where I feel like I'm gonna be, that it's a dangerous place for me to be in, and that physical harm can be inflicted upon me, then if I have the chance to leave, then I will leave. So yeah, oh my god, I want to do my hair because it looks really nice. Hello, I'm showing you guys my hair, and girls, I'm showing you girls my hair. Anyways, guys and girls, men and women, everyone that is here, I really hope that you enjoy this video. It was an absolute blessing to be here and sharing this knowledge with you all. And I am thinking of opening myself up for coaching sessions. I just want to see how my schedule is going to work with that. But please be on the lookout for that, and check out my website, arianinoeli.com. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at contact@arianinoeli.com to answer questions. I'm gonna start answering questions very soon. And I will put out the price that I will have for that. But I'm really excited to start being in service, opening up for a service. And I haven't, I'm going to share this with you all, but I haven't because I've been a mom and I just wanted to be with my daughter, all the time. But she's, become a little bit more independent, and I realized that I want to be with people a little bit more, and I want to be in service to others a little bit more. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.